And underway with a dry break.
Yeah, he hit them pretty flush then. I wouldn't say he's hit it with the most power. But I have noticed Scott seems to be breaking quite well, and I think that's probably one of the reasons he's getting the results he's been getting recently. He's hitting the break quite flush, and I think he recently had a new playing cue as well, which he seems to have got used to as well.
Well, he's going to have to sit and wait as Andrew Patchett's going to get the first opportunity. As I said, great run for Andrew. A couple of matches down, a couple of really good results. Most eye-catching, of course, Chris Melling yesterday in the last 64. Brilliant performance, 7 frames to 2. He won his first match 7-2 over Connor Jones as well.
Yeah, I honestly say I've never watched Andrew Padic play, but one of my close friends, Andy Blurton, he played him a few times last year on the Challenger Series, and the both matches I think that Andy won were deciding frames, like 6-5, and Andy said he was a very good player, and obviously his results this weekend obviously show that as well. And I think he won the last Challenger event, didn't he, last year?
He did, came through the Challenger Series by winning final event of the year, gets himself up into the pro ranks, and it's not easy in year one. He certainly settled in with a couple of really good results. I always think the toughest thing, I don't know how you feel about this, but the one thing beating, I mean, every player that's in the game, they're capable. It's such a volatile game. Everyone's capable of beating everyone, but can you beat one of the best players in the world and then go on and win the next one and play the same form again and find another level and kick on and go deep in tournaments?
Yeah, and that is obviously the key to success, especially in his pro series, because it's not a case that you beat like Andrew has. He's beat Chris Mellon, who's arguably one of the best players of all time, and then the draw opens up for you. You run into another machine,
yeah.
And it keeps round after round. It's very tough, really. You have to keep that high level up to progress deep in these tournaments.
Yeah, I used to think that if you knock out the number 2 seed or number 3 seed, as it is with Chris Melling here, that you then sort of take their spot in the draw, and you feel like the draw could open up for you. But his reward for beating Chris Melling is to have Scott Gillespie, who's just lost in the British Open final, and former world champion, and also one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, and I think that just shows obviously the strength and depth in the pro series. That, like you say, back in the day, you would take over the number 1, number 2 seeded draw. But obviously, as you say, the draw doesn't open up at all, really.
No, it's brutal, but what a start. Excellent reverse clearance for Andrew.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if he keeps breaking how he broke his last frame, he's going to be a handful for anyone, Andrew Padic is.
Well, Scotty's going to get a chance here. Excellent break himself. He has a bit more work than Andrew did on his, but at least he has an opportunity here, and it's not that bad.
No, the 8-ball's a little bit tied up, but he's obviously got a red next to it, which is obviously breakable to obviously free the 8-ball, and he's obviously got so many reds to land on. So he could play first shot here, but obviously it's a little bit missable, so he may opt for a different red. But as long as he leaves the red of the right centre when he plays it, he can't really fail not to be on the next red after that.
Yeah. Would you be tempted to go now, though?
He could go now, but it's obviously a missable one, because obviously, you would expect him to get it, but I think he's not going for it because he knows he can miss it, so he's going for an unmissable red. But he's not screwed back far enough there, so he's in a worse position now than what he was. But I think he's actually tried to screw back a little bit further down the table then, and then play that red next to the yellow and 8-ball.
Needs like another one more turn just so he's clear of the red, really.
Yeah, he's underscrewed that. But sometimes you're obviously just trying to find, the pace of the table. He doesn't want to overscrew it, and so he's kind of trying to find his feet, really. That's why he's probably underscrewed it. So he looks like he's going to play the break out now off this ball, but obviously he's not guaranteed to land on something as good.
It's okay. The 8-ball's still awkward, though. He is on the red to left centre.
Yeah, I think if he's got the angle now where he can pop the red left centre and screw into the yellow that he's near, then he's okay. But I'm not sure if he's got that angle, to be honest.
It looks too straight, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's obviously too straight. So now he's got to play a good shot now to go on the 8 ball. And this has all really come about, really, that from underscrewing his first shot.
If he's 0-0, does he take that pot to bottom left without playing the one to top left first?
Possibly, yeah. It's just obviously because I think just because he thinks he could miss it, and you want to make sure you're on the set that he's gone for the easier red. But obviously because he's underscrewed, he didn't land on the red he needed to land on next, and it's all kind of. The finish has gone like a bit tricky now, just for underscrewing that first shot.
Oh, looking at his options, he's going to have plenty of angle on the one to right centre.
Yeah, so I think he's looking at potting this red, leaving the red half ball in the right centre, floating down to the bottom rail, and then taking the black in the same pocket. But he looks a bit. No, I think he's obviously got the right angle now, but it's not an easy black. Is it 2-0 down?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. You'd rather get straight in behind it to the corner, but can't quite get that line, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a tricky 8 ball. He is on it.
It's a big moment in the match, this is, because obviously if he misses this 8 ball, he could be 4-0 down.
It's not going to take right across the face of the pocket. Always about the 8 ball right from the very first ball. Yeah. Never able to solve it.
Yeah, it was a tough shot. Obviously, it was like you say, it was the only one that was where it was tied up at the start. It was always going to be the key to the frame.
Oh, this would be a huge error. Oh, it just pulls up. You saw when he stayed down on the shot, he knew something was up and nearly tops the cue ball straight in after the yellow.
He's just okay as well because he can get to well on the rail. I don't know, he's having a second look now.
Wow. You could definitely get to it. It's a very big miss.
Yeah, I think that was one of those situations, where he was on the ball, but it's kind of threw him. Because where he's landed, he's thinking like, am I on it? Is a knuckle in the way?
Yeah.
He's not like quite.
Didn't seem fully convinced he was on it.
But I think he was still fine.
Well, huge let off for Scott Gillespie. Those are frames you've got to win if you're Andrew Patchett. I know he started this match well, but you've got to punish that error from Scott Gillespie. He'll be battling out here on the main table as soon as this one finishes. The winner of this match that's currently in action will play the winner of the other match over on table 3 right now. Connor Tracy and Jez Graham currently 6-5 to Jez. Full on turnaround there for Jez. He was behind in that one. He's now 1 frame away himself. And not the best for Andrew. And first opportunity for Scott, although it's not really a good opportunity to win the frame here. This is a mess.
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, you obviously you're over the moon. You're 6-5, but when you come to a layout like this on the table, Scott's probably playing for the 6-5 win now. There the balls are.
Yeah, slow it down. I think he did just feather the red there. Barely moved at all, but just caught enough.
And I think this is the key in these. Just going back to this. Yeah, it did slightly move. Yeah, and this is the key in these matches where the time's a factor. That he just wants Andrew to go here and just kind of fall over with 1 or 2 reds left.
Yeah,
and then just leave him like a tapping finish because there's no reason for Scott to overcommit, is there? Yeah.
No, and the thing is that Andrew doesn't have to go. He's still got 8 minutes. So it's not a case of you need to chase this visit. He's got to win this frame. That's what he's got to do, and he's got to win it within 8 minutes. Scott Gillespie will not be pushing the boat out at all.
think you'd definitely rather be on reds though, wouldn't you? Here,
Yeah.
obviously, you know they're far from easy, but you'd definitely rather be on reds and yellows.
But I think you're right. I think Scott's in such a good place mentally now that he's kind of oh, that's unlucky for Andrew. He knows that, and he almost wants Andrew to be teased into going reds and actually commit even more.
And this is the right shot. Just take another one of Andrew's reds off the table. I don't think he's played that great, really. You know, I think he's kind of like tied his yellow up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he could have left like a natural angle, played the plant, and floated it up to the top rail.
And got right behind the yellow as well.
He got right behind the yellow, yeah. I think that's a time factor. You know what I mean? Like the clock's beeping. You just get down and play something.
You don't have time to fully think about everything out there. How much are you formulating plans when you're in your chair in this situation? If you're Andrew, right now, this is a better shot from Scott.
Good shot, yeah.
Yeah. If you're Andrew, are you sitting in your chair thinking about how you're going to try and force an opening here?
Yeah, you are. Yeah. You know, you do have to think while you're in the chair. You know, especially when you're under 15 seconds. If you just kind of like thinking like as soon as you come to the table, I mean, ultimately like half your time's gone down. If you know exactly what shot you're playing, half your time's gone down when you just play your shot. So
yeah,
you do have to try and forward plan what might happen. Just left him a chance here. Red in the left centre. They'll be flying into the bottom end of the table. Anything could happen here. There we go.
Oh, it could have been so much better.
Yeah.
That's not really worked out at all.
I think if he plays the red onto the yellow here, though, that are together, screw off the side rail, bottom rail, and try and land behind the red at the bottom of the table. It's a decent shot, to be honest with you, when you got a 3 on compared to the rest of the yellows. He's played that shot. He's kind of probably got too much screw into it, really.
Yeah, sort of use the side cushion more and get right behind it at the bottom.
The problem is that sometimes in this scenario you can try and defend too much, and next thing you know, you find the clearance.
Yeah, you almost got to still try and play the frame, but your decision gets swayed by the situation. Oh, that's a good result. That is a really good result for Andrew.
Unbelievable result, yeah. Now Scott's in a world of pain now. He's developed his red and he's tied him behind his the yellows at the bottom of the table. He's left a chance. If he's left the one in the middle, he's got a good chance here.
I think he's okay. I think he's covered the one to left centre.
Not by much, though, was it?
No. That's a very good shot.
Good shot, yeah.
I tell you what, Andrew's done really well because he looked down and out in this frame really once he'd tried to go and didn't get there. Oh, what a pot that is! That's fabulous. That's a match winner because it's 6-6 if he doesn't make that ball. And that's the end of the tactical stuff for Scott Gillespie. No need to worry about the clock now. Just make the clearance.
Such a great shot that was, because the pressure was under there. The way Andrews develops his reds there to really give him a really good chance to come back to the table for 6 each. To find that pot was a great shot. I don't know if he had to swerve it a little bit as well, or did he even swerve it around the 8 ball? And then obviously the black he missed like early on in the match was easy, and that wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a similar sort of line as well, wasn't it? But just no centre pocket, really. Amazing shot. Oh, no. No.
Great break.
Well, he's got 1 minute 25 seconds to forget about what's just happened and find something.
Yeah, it's not easy, is it?
No.
Obviously the red, I'm not sure how accessible the red is at the top of the table next to the yellow.
He thought he missed that one as well. First thing, he's got to make sure he's the only one that can win this frame. So a couple more pots will do that. Should get himself down to his final red. That's the key here. So he should get down to the final ball, even if it's a super long shot.
You've just got to time it right sometimes, because you don't want to leave enough time for Andrew to counter clear. So even if it's like as long as he times it right, it's a free go. Yeah,
and he should do if he leaves it to the well. He should go into. I mean, he would go into it now, you'd feel, but he's going to leave it later, or maybe he feels it goes.
Section code.
It must go. If he's taking the one in the left-hand centre now, he must go.
Yeah, because he didn't pull back to give himself more angle. Still got 20 seconds, doesn't have to over-panic. 3 shots.
Looks tight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It was tight, but I fully didn't expect him to miss that.
No, and if it was as tight as that, why did he not play the cannon? When he had the cannon a little bit, he had the cannon option to go across for a really controlled cannon twice. Decided not to take it. Oh, it's a tough one. Andrew Patch is going to be by far the happiest to be in a 6-red shootout. The match is going to finish 6-6.
Good break. Good break.
You've got time to chalk your cue, Andrew.
Needs to get on, mate.
Yeah, that's definitely a player that hasn't got the experience of it. It's going to chalk the cue.
And there we are. The cue ball's running too. First shot, the cue ball's running too far. Then stun shots is the key.
Yeah. Still set mid-20s here, though.
Yeah. Still a good time, really. Yeah. On par. Would you say on par?
Yeah, on par. Very slow start for that for Andrew. Very slow, but once he got going, it was incredibly good. Oh, it's a brilliant break. It's just mind your work time here. He just overran that one, just a roll.
Yeah, we should be fine here, shouldn't he? I think he's comfortable here, to be honest.
Just don't miss and you're through. And he is through one way or another. Scott Gillespie has got it done. He should have won it in real time. Eventually, he wins it in the 6-red shootout. Hill. That was some drama in this one.
I'm Tony Holgate, and I'm pleased to be joined by Jimmy Croxton as we look on at the Jack Whelan, Ryan Fleming last 32. How are you, Jimmy?
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Good man. So what can we expect from this game?
Well, Jack's won a few matches. Unlike the rest of us that have just come back from China, all seem to be struggling a little bit with
Weren't you
the
back last week?
marble balls. But yeah, I've tried my best this week to get back in and practice, but struggled all week and just battling through at the minute. But obviously Jack breaks unbelievably well, so when he's giving himself chances like this, is no surprise, and he probably has, for me, probably got the best break off in the game, I think.
Yeah, awesome break. In fairness, does Jack Whelan possess? He was up bright and early this morning. I was at breakfast with him at 7:30. He said he's feeling a little bit better today than he was yesterday. And this is a nice opening opportunity for young Jack.
And Ryan's one of them players that doesn't really get much of a mention, but he is a very, very good player, very capable, dangerous. So you know, we should expect some really good pool here from these two. Looks like what's going to be a nice opener for Jack here.
Played that nicely. Just the simple stuff to do. And this is exactly the start that Jack Whelan would want. And Whelan wins the first frame with no fuss at all.
Look at that break. It's amazing that he's not potted one.
That's the thing. I'll tell you what, there's been a bit of that yesterday. There's some tremendous breaks by several players, and they were coming up dry, and you think, well, that didn't deserve to be a dry break. And that's a phenomenal.
How clean he hits them.
Yeah, the explosion of the balls as well when he goes into the pack. Only one plus thing, he's not left an absolute gimme finish.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of work to do with Fleming.
Red ball's in play.
Well, like I said earlier, our last match did end up in a 6-red shootout, but I wouldn't be expecting these two to get anywhere near that. The pace they play.
He's actually landed, I think it's about perfect.
It's not a bit funny here.
Yeah, kudos to him there for trying to sort of play a proper shot, but I think he should have gone into that a little bit firmer and give himself a little bit more of a chance to get something, whereas here now he's got to play a couple of really good shots to get out.
Thinking if he'd had to dribble off the side rail and back off into the red, that's what he attempted.
Yeah, it was tough from there.
It was
really tough.
Now can Jack Whelan erase the memory of the last frame? Just having a look at his angle. He's going to looking to try and go into this red and yellow together in the first shot here. If he gets into it, it'd be unlucky not to land on a yellow. Didn't dig deep enough.
Yeah, it was a big angle to try and get it, especially with how slidey the tables are. Now then, what do you do from here?
Well,
I don't think he's on anything.
Doesn't seem to be. Long cut up into the top right corner. Unpleasant shot. Play the yellow into the two yellows at the top. Plant them both. One into each corner.
Rather you than me, Tone. I think he just top this cue ball 3 and leave no shot.
I think he attempted a plant there.
Strange shot that. I think if you just played it like a double on and off the cushion and just topped the cue ball through behind the 8 ball there, he'd have left no shot. I think that's what I'd have played. Just give sort of Ryan Orff a chance here to clear the table. Granted, it's not a gimme. Well, does it go? Does it go past? And can he top it?
It might creep past. I don't know. He'll need an angle to like sort of smash it through with top and kick in. That's the only thing I can really
Seems to be looking at like the plant, the yellow into the red. The way he's kind of looking,
that goes into the jaw, doesn't it?
Well, the way he's looking at it, it's a bit strange, but calls extension, so it's not straightforward. See what is he looking at here?
I think he's looking at that plant. I think he's looking at putting this red down into the bottom right hand corner and then playing the plant. Because where he was, you could see he wanted to change the angle of it. So hence potting that ball down into the bottom right.
I'd rather him than me here, I think. Looking at where them balls are,
I don't like
there's
that
no
for the
shot
plan.
at all, is there?
No.
Hold on to your hats.
Well, it's going to prove us both liars if he gets it.
Oh, what a shot that is.
And that was
what a shot. That is a tremendous shot. Wow.
That is some shot. Incredible. So we're a pair of liars. We have no idea what we're talking about.
We'll mute ourselves in a minute and just stop talking. That's the best thing to do. What a shot that is. That's highlight reel stuff.
Jack's shaking his head. He doesn't think you can believe that shot that Fleming just played. Down goes the black. Tremendous finish there from Ryan Fleming. Another boom and...
Wow. Again, nothing but a horrible little cluster at the top of the table. That is smelly.
So when you practice, Jimmy, do you work a bit on your break, or do you not bother?
Well, it's something that I've had to work on for quite a while now. It's certainly getting better. It's better than it was. I've never really had the strongest break. I'm the first to admit it. You know, it's always been one of my Achilles' heels, really. But it's something I've worked on. It's certainly improved. But obviously, I'll continue to work on it because to compete at the very highest level, things need to go right for you. But there's a lot of luck involved in it as well.
Yeah.
If you're hitting them well and one isn't going in, there's not really a lot you can do. It's when you hit them bad, you know, and one isn't going in well, you can do something about that, can't you?
Absolutely. I was just interested to know how, you know, which players actually spend a lot of time on a break, and I know there's one or two. Remember last year when Yannick Bafis from France was playing, he told me he spent hours of like hitting about very meticulous. He'd even have the cuba where you got one of the dots is pointing straight up to the ceiling, so it had to be exact. Wow, I didn't expect that miss. And he missed that by a bit of a distance there. Fleming down the rail. Caught the cushion on the way down.
Yeah, seemed to sort of snatch at it a little bit, didn't he? Sort of played it very jabby.
Jack Willie now having a look at the route he's going to try and plan to get into these balls up in this cluster that you alluded to early on, Jimmy.
Into him now.
Yep. Has the angle off this ball into the middle.
Yeah, just needs to hit these right. I'm not sure whether I'd have gone for these. I think I may have just turned the table over, put one of my yellows, potted the red over the bottom right hand corner, put the cue ball on the back rail and just let Ryan open him up here, I think. What shot this is.
Wow.
Well, it's about as good as he could have hoped for. A little bit unfortunate where the 8 ball's finished, but he has still got a path, so...
Well, we're going to see now. They'll have to play a very, very good positional shot to get on that 8.
Yeah, he will.
But at least it's a chance. That's what you want, isn't it? At the end of the day, if it's tucked behind all the reds, you've got none. But
oh, well, as soon as he hit that, he knew he'd missed.
Well, by going into those cluster of balls and getting rid of his own yellow up there, as we see the miss once again. Oh, well wide, wasn't he? With all the sides.
Yeah.
I don't know why he could have just dropped it, played the one down the rail a little bit, but he could have left himself an angle there and got around behind those 2 yellows. But anyway, what I was saying is because he's not that cluster apart, he's obviously left the reds all open for Ryan Fleming. And this is a gift. Fleming just getting back up again, wasn't quite happy when he got down onto that shot. Oh, he did not want that kiss. He just wanted to pot that outside red and just come back past it without knocking into it, and he just bumped it onto the rail. And obviously you see where the cue ball's landed now, and that is not in a great place for Ryan Fleming. An unforced error. Pulled out a really good pot there.
Oh.
Well,
he didn't want that kiss off the jaw.
No.
Right smile, because if he just misses that kiss, he lands as good as he can. Lovely pot.
Not only that, he's got a little bit hampered now with this yellow next to the cue ball as well, so he's bridging over that, trying to play a little chop into the corner.
Yeah, and I think even if he gets the pot, he may double kiss the 8 ball and
Just
nothing
about
really
so,
happens.
yeah.
I think he's just got to concentrate on the potting and rely on a little bit of luck. Just get the pot. Nice.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's a lovely shot and a tap from Jack.
Well, he's just teasing us there, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's a good pot, that. Yeah, nice.
Well, he dragged that one out the fire. Anyway, Fleming breaking off, 1 away from a place in the last 16.
Good break.
He has got hold of those. And a ball. And he's on a red. Well, Whelan. Puzzled. It's just the red that's below that yellow on the right-hand side, bottom of the table. It's the tricky one. Black also not massively available.
Could he maybe screw into it now? Could he maybe just not get it out the way? Because he's going to leave himself a shot in the bottom left-hand pocket. I think he is playing that shot. No, he's not. Thought he was going to sort of screw down the table there, and he's not played the best shot there, has he?
He's kept his he doesn't use his extension, so he still has that. I think he might want to use it very shortly. And there it is. Obviously saving it for a trickier shot, which I don't blame him. Oh, that's a nasty nudge. Yep, he's put that. It's another red safe now, and well, is he still looking to go game? I was going to say, I thought he might opt for a safety approach from here. Still plenty of time on the clock, 7 minutes. So it's not as if he's going to be able to run the clock down. Playing a decent containing shot. See, this is the thing now, Jimmy. He wants to nudge a red out, but you don't want to nudge all the yellows out with it.
That's right. Oh.
Well.
He's on it as well, you know.
Did he play that? Or did he?
He's definitely played the plan.
That's
100% played the plan.
Yeah. Didn't see it. Never saw it.
And he's on it.
He is.
If you can just spin out here with a little bit of side and not hit the yellow, that's perfect.
Black goes in the middle.
It does.
Well. Well, that's incredible. He's just picked Jack Whelan's pocket here for the match. Well, my word. That has come out of nowhere.
Yeah, it has. It absolutely has.
This for the match. Down it goes, and Ryan Fleming. Fantastic performance from him. Beating Jack Whelan 7 frames to 5 and earning his place in the last 16.
Yeah, been playing with him for a few years now on the England team as well.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't give you an inch. He's a very steady player.
Steady Eddie.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fair break. I was talking to this before, and we were on comms yesterday, myself and Chris Mellon, and his break. He says he's been breaking well, and that is a really good break, by the way. But yesterday it wasn't. He was sort of taking he was dipping his leg into as he struck the pack, and for me, he was taking a bit off it. But that was a great break. And against Tom Cousins, you're going to need a good break.
You do, yeah. You got to break well against Tom because you're not going to expect many chances off Tom's break, so you certainly need to make the most of your own breaks.
Funny enough, bizarrely, is that Tom Cousins' first couple of matches as well, he's not managed to get to 7 frames. They've gone down to the clock and he's 165, which has been uncustomary for Top Cat.
Yeah, and you'd say when the matches don't get to 7, you'd imagine they tend to be more scrappy matches. You know, there's probably a few frames in there where players are having multiple shots.
I was on comms last night when you were playing Carl Morris.
Yeah.
Bit unlucky there, buddy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was unlucky, but I don't really like to make excuses. So just a bad ending to the match for me, really.
Yeah. Yeah, at one point I thought, you were made favourite by my co-coms all the time as well, and you would, in the middle of the match, I did think that you could have come through, but Carl pops out some incredible shots here and there, and then the 15 seconds of shots stuff kicks in, and it all sort of changes in one of them.
Yeah, that's where it all went wrong for me, really, the 15 seconds of shot, and I'm one of those players where I need just a couple seconds more than others to sort of get down and feel comfortable on the shot, and it's something I'm going to have to work on, really, because I need to decide what shot to play a bit sooner, so I've got that extra couple of seconds to get comfortable, when you get down to the shot. So
or get 3 or 4 frames ahead of your opponent before that. Well, Parker made a mistake. And Cousins could well punish him for it. Like I said, Top Cat, the number 1 player on the tour.
The 8-ball here looks a little bit tricky, but Tom can pot the 2 reds at the top of the table now, and he's going to come down probably the right-hand side of the table. He's going to leave the cue ball for the last ball, probably somewhere near the middle pocket. And if he's got anything near a natural angle on the last red, he should be able to easily run behind the 8-ball, probably for the same pocket in the left corner. So yeah, he's come a little bit far there. He's a little bit thin, but he's looking to screw this now somewhere near where the middle pocket is. I'm not sure he's a little bit thin though.
He's played it very well. That's about where you'd have put it, wouldn't you, Aaron?
Somewhere around there, yeah. I tried to anyway. And this is just now all about how hard he hits the ball.
He just wants to get where his left knee is, if you like, as the angle. And that'll do him. Well, Batman's been sent back to the tower on that frame. Punished to the max by Tom Cousins. See, if he was sat with Ronan now, you know what Ronan would say. He said he's still useless now.
Yeah, he would, yeah.
They do like to wind each other up, the lads from Northern Ireland, bless them. Look at that for a break.
Yeah, Eddie's hitting it really well, and this is a brilliant opportunity.
Yeah, what's happened? Well, we've either got a gremlin in the clock, we're having a VAR check on something, I don't know. No, we're okay. So Eddie Barker returns after his sledgehammer break. Well, he tried to drag into that red ball, and he played it very softly there, didn't pinch the cue ball back. And now he's landed in a bit of a sticky position, Aaron.
Yeah, and to be honest, I wasn't sure if the black went if he went yellows, but from that camera angle, the black does go past the red, so I'm a little bit surprised he didn't go for yellows there.
Well, that's not what he wanted to do. Completely lost the cue ball there. Well, the first thing we're going to see is Tom Cousins look to check that black goes past the red, which, like you say, it looks like it does. He sort of arced into the he didn't dig in enough, and then it sort of just arced into the corner.
Yeah, I think what he was looking to do was pot that a little bit thicker. I think he's potted it in the centre of the pocket, and if he pots it a little bit thicker, he probably avoids it enough. But
that nightmare was born from the shot before, and maybe, like you said, maybe from not taking the yellows. I must admit, as I glanced at them, I thought yellows immediately after the break. But then I thought, well, reds are okay as well. You know, it's one of those where you can make a case for both balls.
Yeah, and the other reason was because the first shot on the reds is a really tough shot on these cloths, where the cloths are very reactive, and what he was trying to do was a little stun run shot into the other red, and it's a tough one to judge on a really fast cloth.
Yeah, very true, Aaron. And this looks formality stuff for Tom Cousins. I wonder if Eddie's sitting there thinking, why don't I take yellows? Sort of just strolls around the table, Tom, doesn't he? Just, you know, it's like an elegant stroll.
It is, and when you're playing him, you sort of think, how does he look so relaxed? It's sort of intimidating, because you think, I'm sat here nervous, stressing out, and he's just like walking around as if he's just practicing. It's mad. Yeah, we can see Tom breaking from the left-hand side again, and I'm pretty sure it's because it's where Eddie's breaking from, and he's had a bit of success from there.
Well, that cue ball has been bouncing around near those corners all match, to be fair. It's been in and around those areas. So I do think it's a matter of time when something's going to come up there and collide and knock that ball into the corner. Barker, you feel now has to go into no miss mode. No more mistakes, no more dry breaks. So you'll be at the World Championships with England then, Aaron?
Yeah, we'll be. Thinking the men's team might be my 5th or 6th playing in the team.
Obviously that's to be a tough one then for England this year.
Yeah, it's getting harder every year now, because I know sort of 5-10 years ago we was always massive favourites to win the event.
But the England sides I played against, they were nearly impossible to beat.
Yeah, I remember those teams from about 20 years ago. Yeah, I've seen some of that.
So do I. have nightmares about them.
But yeah, we've obviously still got a good team, but the other teams are getting a lot better. I know Northern Ireland are starting to get the players playing that you would want to play, and some of the other countries improving as well. Like Malta have got some junior players that have come through, and they're like some of the best players in Malta now. So yeah, it's getting quite difficult to win.
Indeed, it should be as well. Of course, he's back here in Blackpool in June, straight after Pro Events 5 and 6. Now Barker, just these 2 balls to knock in, just to keep himself in and around this match. bring it back to 5-3, give Tom something to think about, and he also gets to break the next frame, so you won't want to follow off from Tom and not get it off the break.
Does need to hurry up here as well because there's not much time left.
Down goes the black. He's ran round the table like he was training for the 100 metres Olympics. Having a look at Tom's break, which has gone dry. Batman is going to have to find some fast shooting now to stop him being sent back to the back cave till the next tournament. Playing a containing one there, nothing really on for him. Wanted the yellows obviously because they're just all parked in the middle of the table. Like a join the dots thing.
Yeah, both players are looking to go yellows here. If Tom decides he's no choice but to sort of leave some sort of ball, he'd rather he leaves a red than a yellow.
And only that Barker playing every shot like it could be his last. Ooh. Well, great pot there from Cousins. But he just knocked that yellow far enough behind the red that he might have to move it. Not sure if he can get over to the side of it. I think he could probably get, if he gets perfect on it, he could probably slide that in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it'd be tough to get on that yellow, I think. Probably looking to move it, I think. Maybe try and just nudge the 8 ball out now. But I think that's tied the other one up. I think Eddie will be quite happy in his chair now. I'm probably feeling he's going to get another go at the table.
Those are the times when it comes and bites you on the backside, when you think I'm going to get another go at the table, and then somebody pulls out a ridiculous shot and you think, well, that's the end of me then. Cousins just looks like a man on a mission now. Well, this is where you're going to see if he just slides over to this side of the table. I was going to say he won't have to move it, but so I was about to say then he has had to move it.
I think this has landed quite nice because I think he can cannon into the red next to the yellow, and that will open it up into the right corner. And even if he doesn't land on it this shot, he can easily come down for the other one first and then back up.
Yeah, so he played a cut into the centre. As long as he doesn't hit the red half ball and sail over behind the other two over there. Ooh.
Mustn't have quite had the right angle, and it's meant he's had to put a little bit of stun on it, meaning he's hitting it a lot harder, so was relying on a little bit of luck there.
He's having a good look to see if this yellow passes that red into that top left-hand corner. That looks very tight.
And even if he was to cover the pocket here, it's of no value to him really, because Eddie can just play a loss of turn shot. What a shot that is.
Wow. Perfect.
But what a pot though,
Yeah.
the amount of left-hand side he played that with as well.
Well, the thing is, because the clock was coming down towards zero, he just had to throw his arm at it, so he didn't really have any time or chance to judge how hard he was hitting that. Hence being there. Make sure to, try and get the pot in. Cross double.
Yeah, I think
Load of top. Easy this game.
Oh,
wow.
What a finish this is. Like I was saying, Eddie will be expecting to come back to the table.
I know, yeah. This for the match for Cousins. What a finish from Top Cat. Cousins defeats Barker 7-3, and what a finish at the end.
Linked with on paper probably some of the best matches, so looking forward to this one.
Predictions, are we going to see the same result?
Oh, not sure. Yeah, it's, again, you know, we say it time and again, but the break is a huge one. Luca's got a massive break. Sean's is a good break as well. You know, the break is so important. It's obviously, from what I've seen of both of these players so far this weekend, they've played some good stuff, so hopefully it'll be a nice open match and we'll see plenty of attacking pool.
I think it has been a pleasure to watch Luke Gilbert come on as a professional player. Tipped him a couple of years ago for taking down the Pro Series and was very happy to see him do the business in February. I think if this match had happened 12 months ago, you'd be saying Sean was sort of heavy favourite, and now we're looking at it thinking it's a 50-50 game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he has come on leaps and bounds. Obviously has a very good CV as a junior, for want of a better word for it. So
yeah, he's just come out of the juniors now, isn't he, at national level?
I think so, yeah, I think so. Still only a whippersnapper to us, Dave. We've probably forgot more than he knows.
Well, maybe you. Certainly having a good run thus far is Luke, once again. Always looked very composed, and I was lucky enough to do his match against Phil Harrison, who I do know is his personal hero. He thinks an awful lot of Phil, as an awful lot of you professional players do. And you always feel that when you've sort of grown up with someone as good as Phil near you, it adds another dynamic in the match and an extra layer of pressure. But he did the business and played very well. Deserved the win.
Had a nice start. It's always good to get going quick, and nice little finish. I want to know where they got this carpet from. It's really bouncy and comfortable. I want to stick some in my house.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a good break as Luke.
In his match against Phil, if you can believe it, he was hitting it even harder. Cue ball up in the air probably 2 or 3 times, and on one occasion he was very lucky to keep it on the table. Yeah,
I bounced one off yesterday, me. So hard I was hitting it. It's bounced it straight off, nearly hit someone at the side of the head.
I hope they've got it on camera. The way I've heard you talk about your own break before.
Believable. Just got to mind his work here. Again, going back to the conversation we were just having about, you know, moving too many balls around. He doesn't need to do that. Didn't want to be straight.
Yeah, didn't want to be straight. Can only really play short side if he wants the one on the top rail next. You are able to cheat a bit of the pocket though. What we're bridging over and playing into half a pocket, it's not ideal.
He's played that nice. Hit that really cleanly.
So steady on the shot, isn't he?
Oh,
just pushing it into the cushion, and it's the first mistake of the match.
Yeah, that's a bad miss. Unexpected.
And it's a great chance for Sean. I think the 2 reds just near the 8 ball there are in an offset plant.
Yeah, it's a tough plant that though. Yeah, I wouldn't like to be taking it on. I think there's enough space to land in behind them and get a pocket for them there. I wouldn't be playing no plant.
It's just how the camera can catch you out. You look at it from here, it doesn't look too bad, but at the other angle you can see how offset it is.
Yeah, it is deceiving.
Not a lot of room between them two reds.
I think he could possibly top this one in the middle now and find that gap. Bring the cue ball to the right hand rail as we look at the table. Yeah, so he's just gone back a little bit further than he was there, so he's now got the chance to top through and land pretty much exactly where he's standing. Doesn't want to hit the yellow, doesn't want to land right under the rail. Doesn't want to land there either, really, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, can he just drop this in and guarantee a shot on either red?
Yeah, I think if he, from there, I mean, if he drops it in and uses the bottom red of the two to hold the cue ball, he leaves himself the one in the middle with a natural angle to come up and down the table, so I think he's okay here. Trickle it in, pocket weight.
Nice.
Yeah, so he can either go up and down or he can play the one along the rail if he wants to. So however he sort of feels about it, he's got a choice. I think for me, it'd be the one in the middle up and down, but again, camera angle's a bit deceiving. Has he got the natural angle? Has he got to force it a little bit? From there, it looks like he's got the natural angle, but I think he'd have played it by now if it was as simple as what I'm making it out to be.
If he does play your shot, he's certainly got a bigger window than playing the one along the bottom cushion and trying to thread between the 8 and the yellow. Yes, it's a big gap, but you know, he can't really fail to be on the red.
Just needs to avoid an in-off or catching the jaw or anything like that of the middle.
Yeah, he's absolutely fine.
Perfect. Lovely shot.
Judge the power. Perfectly shown that. And when your opponent makes a mistake, you have to capitalise. It's exactly what he's done, and his reward is the break in the next. Good stuff by both players. Luke blinked and Sean's taken advantage.
Really, he was a huge favourite to take that frame and put himself on the hill at 6-2, but Sean still hanging on.
Sat down thinking, that's the first safety shot I've played in 8 frames and I've been punished for it. Excellent once again.
Look at this.
Red's barrelling into the right centre pocket.
Just been a little bit unfortunate.
Just at the last minute, these two up near the breaking line.
That's it. Look how these two reds just followed each other in there so quick. Brilliant break again. Crunched them. I think he might take yellows here, you know. If he can. Can he? Has he got a yellow on? Not sure he has.
The best way to retaliate when you...
Oh, he must have. It must go to the... Did it go to the centre? Yeah, he's going yellows.
The best way to retaliate when your opponent's just finished from a sort of 1 in 10 shot is to just finish in the first visit. Just coming round to have a look if either of these two yellows go into the right centre. I think the one that's left of the 8 ball goes into the left centre. Certainly will go up into the left corner once he clears the top area of the table. So, key shot coming up in 1 shot's time. How's his angle, Jimmy?
Yeah, I think he's good. Does he just try and screw into the... See where you got this line of reds here? If he tries to screw into the centre one of the 3, he'd be fine.
Yeah, use it as a target ball. Wow.
It's a nice shot.
It is.
It's a little bit close to the rail. Probably wanted to be a little bit closer to the yellows, but
I think he's okay here.
he's got a shot, yeah, absolutely.
He's on 2 of these yellows. We just saw from that last camera angle. Top left up of his target and hold off the 8. Biggest shot of the match, you feel, so far.
Oh,
how well has he cued that?
Wow. Another great finish here. A player full of confidence. And playing like this, he's going to take some stopping.
Yeah, no sulking from Luke Gilbert. He needs just one more.
An important one, this. Don't go in off and don't dry. He definitely hasn't dried.
Yeah, definitely.
He hasn't
not.
gone in off. And it's just a little bit smelly. Always one ball, it seems, you know. And when you're absolutely flying, you're full of confidence, and you know you're winning everything. You know, things go right, don't they? The balls seem to come out always smelling of roses. Whereas when you're just making a few little errors and you're not quite yourself, you break off like that. 2 or 3 balls go in, but they go a little bit awkward. Just seems to pan out that way, doesn't it?
Well, he didn't catch the break as intended, did he? The cue ball flying over to the side. I mean, it wasn't too close to the centre pocket, but he wouldn't have been happy. That said, he's played a good shot and opened everything up for himself. A very important frame, like you alluded to.
Yeah,
these have just got to go.
You'd fancy him getting these, that's for sure.
Only thing he has got in his favour at the moment, Sean, is because every frame has been sort of 2 visits, as we just see him land a bit straight on this to the top left.
Yeah, I think I'd have left a big angle there and kept my cue ball at the top of the table.
He's got plenty of time on the match clock.
It should be okay, but I definitely wouldn't have gone this route.
Yeah, I mean, he's forced about as much angle as he could there. I mean, at the start when he came to the table, he would have wanted the red that's in the middle of the 3 as his last ball, I'm sure. He'll still be able to do that. He can as he misses the red, but he's just overdone this.
Yeah, no,
he's again, but
he's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Can just drop this in and leave it nice and straight.
Yeah. Just slightly pinch the pocket, little soft screw. Move the ball about 3 inches here. Yeah, perfect.
Keeps himself in the match. 10 frames played.
What's your thoughts on the playing glove? You a fan?
I'm not fussed. I think with a lot of the boys going over to Asia, you need it over there, do you not? Just to the humidity. I think it's just a personal thing. Would it be for me? No. Like natural wood. Just feels better, doesn't it?
I remember asking Sean about it, and he said to me that he was actually watching the weather, and the weatherman said that it was going to be warm, but on the other hand, it might be cold.
Sean might win, but he might lose.
That's dad joke of the day. That is.
Very good.
You can all have that one for free. The next one's chargeable. No, I mean I've never.
Have you ever tried one?
No, I haven't, to be honest.
I think if you do suffer with that, you know, perspiring on your hands, and you don't want sticky cue, you haven't got time to wet and dry it with 2 towels, then yeah, I suppose it comes in useful. But these guys don't sweat through nerves because they're just so used to being out there. With the exception of the new professionals, everybody else is quite comfortable out there.
Yeah, I've never. I mean, I clean my cue every week, and yeah, I've never really suffered with it. So. I think I've always been one of them that'd rather be hot than cold. I think it's horrible when it's freezing cold. Look at this break again.
But.
Oh, hello.
But.
Terrible break.
So much movement.
He needs to work on that break. He does.
Wow.
I've never seen Sean jump out of his chair so quick.
He really was up like a gazelle, wasn't he? Few problems though, whichever colour set he takes. Yes, yellows are all good, apart from one that might double. I'm not sure he can pot a red, which is why I've put that in as a possibility. So, just the yellow on the far right of your screens to deal with. And I think it will double if he chooses not to move it. We just saw from the overhead shot. Even though there's plenty of time on the clock, just the way the match has gone, he just won't want to let Luke to the table, will he?
No, absolutely not. Certainly the way Luke's playing, you want to keep him off
Well,
the table.
This one in and hold, and that's opened up that problem yellow. But is he okay here, Jimmy? I mean, he can cut it in, but he's losing the cue ball, surely.
I think it might go.
Does this one go cushion red pocket? That's
Just
what he's had a look at.
Keen to see how he plays this, because a few of these shots he's snatched at him a little bit when he's had to try and power them in. He tried.
I think he tried to nudge the one on the right hand side as well.
He did. Put all his eggs in one basket there, and he's left himself in a world of trouble. What's he got for us now? Worst case scenario, cover the pocket maybe.
Which I think he's going to do. Or has he? No, he hasn't.
Don't think he has.
So Luke is going to get an opportunity to close out this match. And from what he's shown us thus far, we expect him to do so. Tricky opening red, though.
Commentator's curse.
Absolutely.
It is a thing. It does exist. Has he left the double? Because if he's left the double, from the overhead it looks a bit awkward, but from the normal camera angle it looks fine. If he's left the double,
yeah, just
great opportunity for Shawnee just to bring the cue ball into the bulk end and leave himself on what we deem as his awkward.
I think the double kiss was coming into question there.
Is it to stop? Is it to pull up?
Yeah, it looks to have gone maybe a roll too far. Can check it up with a lot of power, obviously. Reading body language, I don't think he likes it. Big shot, this. Excellent. Where's the cue ball? Oh my.
Wow. Could it have landed any worse?
Not really, no.
I just don't understand where he was trying to get. Was he maybe trying to screw back and play the skill shots?
Shot,
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can he do a Jordan Shepherd here? Chop it in onto the red, come around the angles and knock it in? I don't think it's there, to be honest. Oh, he's got it.
Not this time. Lightning hasn't struck twice. Now it's just hold yourself together time. One on the right hand side will be his last ball. Oh, what has he done here?
Well, that red will be replaced over the pocket. It's just dropped in, did you not? Yeah. So that's going to go back over the pocket. It's a good job.
Just checking you're paying attention, Jimmy.
It's a good job, because if it didn't...
You very rarely see that, do you?
He's actually played a really poor shot if he didn't have a ball there. But it's a good job it was there. So if you just watch the red over the top right-hand pocket, it just drops in on its own accord.
Wow. I thought Greg Batten was in the arena.
Yeah.
Doing magic tricks.
He'd have made it jump up.
I mean, he's trying to get exactly where it was. It doesn't make too much difference, obviously.
I don't think it does. Properly. It would be funny though now if Luke was on this shot and he sort of played it and potted the cue ball because it dropped in again. That'd be quite funny to see. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. What's he played here?
Whoa! I think he's nestled on this.
He has.
He has.
100% he has.
Wow. Drama at the end of this encounter.
Sloppy,
I mean,
really, though, isn't it? It is sloppy.
Yeah, there's a big margin for error. I suppose you could play it harder and make sure. And this isn't a guarantee either. He's got to play it off 2 cushions. Excellent. Wow. Making hard work of it.
Tempted to play the snooker. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. They're trying to nestle in behind this red. Yeah,
Well,
that's the right shot for me.
Yeah, but he's done this once before and we saw the outcome.
Yeah, here we go.
I mean, you can't see him not making contact with this yellow that he's closest to, and there's 2 pockets he could make it in. Third attempt for Sean Storey at this type of shot.
He's going to try and hit the one down the bottom of the table here. Has to not leave a shot if he gets out of it.
Oh,
No.
he's hit the 8.
It's a really poor shot, really.
Well, the one thing he has done is made the 8 a little bit more difficult to transition, but Luke's just going to take the one on the right hand side, you feel, first. Yeah.
For those who are unfamiliar with the rules, you might just be tuning in for the first time. It is ball in hand anywhere on the table after a foul. So no, he wasn't cheating. And that is about as perfect as you can be for the victory. Luke Gilbert will shake Sean Storey's hand, and a very comprehensive performance.
What a match we've got here with Tom Jones up against Sean Chipperfield. This is going to be a fast action pace match. Joining me in the commentary booth is none other than the basher, Tony Holgate.
Got held up in a lift, mate. One of the lifts is broken down, and that was a bizarre experience. Anyway, I'm here. How you getting on, Chris? Anyway, you all right? I haven't seen you today.
I've been hiding, mate, trying to keep away from the main arena. I think sometimes you can get a little bit too involved in it.
Yeah.
You know, I just like to my own space really and just watch a bit of TV. Just been watching a little bit of the snooker.
Must be on again later today, though, when you're in the 4th event.
Yeah, I play at 7:45, I believe. Not sure who I play against, but sure it'll be a tough match no matter who I play. The standard these days is very high. This first frame here, Sean Chipperfield, if he has a slight little angle, he'd love to be able to nudge into the 8 ball here. Even nudge the red wouldn't be the worst result.
No. Something to want to nudge the red that way.
Yeah, and I think he's been a little bit lucky, you know. I think he's still on this yellow. Does the yellow above the one at the bottom go in the bottom left-hand corner? That's a question. If it doesn't, he's in a bit of trouble. May even go in the left centre pocket. Well, it obviously does go. He's just overrun that a little bit. He didn't really want to land there. And how does he get on the 8 ball? Can he top it off the bottom cushion, just run into the 8 ball here? I think he's missed a little trick there, Tony, but I think he's okay.
Might have a slight angle to be able to pull down, Chris.
Yeah, and if he can't play that, you may see him just roll this yellow in and take a long, thin 8 ball. He's a brilliant potter, is Sean.
Ooh. Not good news, Sean.
Yeah, that wasn't a good shot from Sean there. Didn't want to cannon the ready. For me there, he should have just bit the bullet. I mean, I can't see a way how he can pot this 8 ball. Well, it was a good hit. Any harder, the cue ball wouldn't have spun back. It's not the worst result. And this is my first time watching Tom Jones play. I have actually seen a couple of clips of him on Facebook and what have you, but for a whole match and commentating on this match, it's the first time. So I have heard he's a brilliant potter.
Yeah, me too. First time.
And I don't like that shot.
Oh.
You're just giving him an opportunity to go up and down here, and he has a chance of making this 8-ball. Granted, if he doesn't make it, you would expect Tom to clear, but the only reason I can imagine him playing the shot he played was if the red didn't go. Yeah, and there's no real reason to hit that so hard. He could have played it at a nice pace, keep the 8-ball close to the pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
And now Tom Jones has got a glorious opportunity to take the first frame. Nice little flick there after red. Unintended, he certainly didn't play to do that, but he'll accept it. Nice shot there by Tom, perfect on the red. Needed to get the cue ball where it is now so that he can make this. Well, he should be going for it because it's a free shot. If you could just screw the cue ball back a couple of inches, you're guaranteed the snooker.
Not sure who wanted them both, Chris.
Yeah, for me, he should have played the red when he was. Even if he'd have missed the red, it wouldn't have been the worst result. Nicely played there. This has now become a tricky shot. Unless the red goes past the 8-ball, I think it does.
Yeah, else it was going to be the old screw it to the rail with a load of side and come check it down onto the bottom cush.
Yeah, just roll this in off the bottom cushion. That's perfect. Nice little clearance this from Tom, first frame.
Very assured.
And I can't imagine this match taking very long, Tony. Both very, very fast players.
And it has the air about it as Tom Jones knocks in the black and takes a 1-0 lead against Sean Chipperfield. Top players in Sean Chipperfield, who's decided to deploy the rubber cue ball that was bouncing around the table there.
I'll tell you what, that was a real good break as well, and they just didn't even split.
Boink.
He's a little bit unlucky there. It was a good break. Well, what's Tom playing here? Can he develop the other red? Well, does he play the double? Does he pot this and screw into the red or the yellow? It'd be wise to screw into the middle yellow of the 3. They're to the right of the cue ball. That internal, bring the red out, and he'll be on the other red in the centre pocket. Don't hit it too hard, Tom. Perfect.
That's a great shot.
Never missed a ball from the commentary box, Tony?
No, it's the only place I haven't missed a ball from. Missed plenty from an arena or two.
That's nicely played from Tom there. Just wants to stop the cue ball dead, really. Just to leave that little angle so they can pot the red in the top right hand corner after this one, and the natural angle for the cue ball to go is into balk, and he'll be on the red in the centre pocket. He doesn't want to screw it back, whatever he does, just roll it in absolutely dead weight. Yeah, it's not a good shot for me, that, Tony. You've got to just roll it in dead weight and leave the angle. Now he's virtually straight on the red. Don't get me wrong, he can still clear up, but...
Is he looking to see if that red goes past the yellow into the middle? Looks very tight, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it goes quite comfortable, to be honest.
If it does that, that makes his life a lot easier.
Yeah, he's okay. But you see, if he'd have left a bit more angle there, the cue ball's coming out more, so he'd be straight on the red in the middle. Just roll it in, and you're on the other red. But, you know, he's ultra confident, to be fair.
Maybe he played this way all along.
Yeah, nicely played there. Soft little screw back now for the 8 ball in the bottom right hand corner, and you've got to say he's very impressive.
It doesn't look like missing. Cue ball wise, he's been where he should be most of the time, isn't he? I mean, some of the players, even, you know, yourself, Tom Cousins, a few have been out just a little bit with the table, but Tom Jones has been bang on it every shot, which I thought was comical. But wow, that's a fair explosion there.
Yeah, look at the yellows.
I think he's having a look at the front spot there because there's a cue ball jumping in the air. I think he's thinking because of the tiny little indentation in the table there, the front ball's lower than the cue ball.
Yeah, that's right. The front ball will be slightly lower than the rest of the balls.
That's what he's having a little peek at. Bearing in mind it's a brand new cloth on there, you'd think only after one day's play you shouldn't be there. That normally comes about when people are getting the balls and they start banging, using the cue ball to tap balls into the cloth to hold them in position, and you start putting dents in the table.
Yeah, I don't like the shot he's played there. For me, there's no reason to play that shot, Tony. Absolute no reason to play that shot. The yellow goes in the centre pocket. All he has to do is drop it in, and he's on the other 3 yellows in the middle of the table. He can use the yellow that's closest to the 8 ball to actually bring it out if need be now. So he's been fortunate that he's on his bad ball here. Wow.
Ooh, what's that?
Would you not play for the one in the middle there, Tony?
Yeah. I have to say that's one I wasn't expecting there from Sean Chipperfield.
Yeah, and he may end up flicking off the 8 ball here and sliding down for the yellow. Well, now this is going to tell me if this is an easy ball over the pocket, because nothing has hit that yellow, I believe. So why would he try and bring it out? It's just madness, absolute madness why he tried to bring that ball out earlier. And he's been very fortunate that he got on his bad ball early in the frame. So that could have gone anywhere. Just needs to pot this yellow, roll through about 6 inches to leave a nice angle. That's perfect. Maybe we might hit the 18 minutes mark.
Oh, he's back in play.
Right.
What a break that is.
Look at the yellows. Wow. Miss them if you can.
Look how straight the cue ball goes back to the rail. Bounced a little bit in the air, straight backwards. Never any danger of it going in the bag. And this is the shot right at the outset of this frame. Might go down the bottom direct and pot the one over the bag. Does he?
I think you have to do, yeah. Can he see it though? He's looking at going cushion first there, and
on the overhead we looked at, I thought he could, but
well, if he swerves it and hits it
swerving
thick, the cue ball's just going to stick over the pocket.
No, he can.
Like that. He's been lucky there, you know. He's been very fortunate.
Yeah, that
he's
could
not
have
cannon the red,
stayed in the jaw completely, couldn't it?
and he's found the gap. He's been quite fortunate. Can he just play the plant and cannon the red to the top cushion? Don't know if you can see enough of it. He doesn't want to cannon the red in front of the yellow, that's for sure.
Ooh.
Well,
don't like that shot.
that is one of the worst shot selection choices from Sean I've ever seen. That is horrendous what he's played there.
Yeah, I don't get that one at all.
I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to cannon the red to the right hand side of the table with his yellow and open the balls up, but it was just, I mean, he's been a little bit fortunate once again that they've all stayed in the open kind of thing.
So, well, the red, the yellow that's in the middle of those three reds, it goes into the middle and that corner, doesn't it?
And he's played on it there. Is he on it? Not sure if he is.
It's tight.
Well, from that angle it looks like he is, but obviously the way Sean's looking, it may not be.
Well,
yeah, it was okay.
Well,
And he's ended up, they've come out all right, but he's got away with murder there.
I think he's got away with one, yeah. He'll be the first one to put his hand up and say that, but he's still got a pot him, and he has done. Well, this black ball for the win, and in it goes, and Sean Chipperfield defeats a gallant runner-up in Tom Jones, but it's Chippy that marches on.
I fear the worst for Luke, but all that Luke can do is take every chance he gets and then go from there.
Yeah, nice. Luke with the break, race to 7, and he gets off to a fabulous break here. And actually, the break's a big talking point, always is, but a lot of talk about Tom and his break, but Luke has a fabulous break of his own. He really does have one of the best breaks himself.
So yeah, even though he made his balls off the break, it's sort of not come out great for him. He has got the one into the bottom right, bottom left, sorry, past the black. That's a nice shot. So he'll probably be leaving his ball on the right side rail for his 8 ball. The one that he's just eyeing up now. So it's one of them sort of patterns here where he'll know which way he wants to go. That's a nice shot. I think personally I play the one in middle now, and then land short side of the red and then screw through the gap to the right side middle. And you'll probably land virtually straight in on the board and the rail then. Just want to run the cue ball through a couple of inches, and that's about perfect. So he just wants to be a bit wary of the middle pocket, but I don't think he'll be playing it quite that firm. He'll just be sliding past the yellow in the middle of the table. Yeah, that's good. It's fine. Probably just like one tip of inside, just to spin it into the back side of the yellow. Yeah, it's a good shot. And a nice early finish by Luke, and at least he shows Tom there that he's in the match.
Yeah, what a start. I mean, that's what you've got to do when you play great players. I mean, these are two very, very good players, two champions, but, you know, you're playing the number 1 player. Luke starts with a fabulous break and a break clearance to go with it. He takes a 1-0 lead. And another sledgehammer from Tom.
Yeah, that yellow, that last ball, Root's rolling up to the 8 then, might cause him a bit of trouble. Good connection though. Potted 2 balls. And they were all looking nice until that last yellow come off the bottom rail and rested up to the 8. Yellows would have probably been his, well, Reds his choice. Yeah, it's tough here because you probably want to take yellows, but to go into the yellow and the 8 is more difficult than if you were on Reds. Wonder if the one that is closest to the red and the yellow that are closest to each other, sorry, he can pot that and develop the other yellow that the cue ball is actually closest to now. So if he stuns the ball into the top left pocket and leave a quarter ball yellow, would be nice if he could play the one in top left, play the one in top right and stun into the yellow and push it to the middle pocket, and then leave an angle on the one in the bottom end of the table to develop the other yellow. Alright, what's he done there? I'm not sure what he's tried to do there. Unless that ball goes past the red.
It must do, the way he's looking, because he wants to get to the left-hand side of straight on the one to top right, the one that's next to the red, so this must go.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it goes for us, but...
No. So that means he's looking to find the angle so he can come down and play the little breakout shot. Oh, he's overdone this. He knew it straight away.
He has, but he's actually will be able to get an angle here. He can top it just slightly through the red and leave the cue ball just to the right of where the yellow is now.
Yeah.
And I know it's a difficult shot that he's leaving himself, but he has got a chance. What the problem is because he's not going to be going to it at any great pace. If he hits the top side of it, he'll push it to the bottom rail. If he hits the bottom side of it, he's going to put the white to the bottom rail. So it's a... It's a very tricky shot, and this was the problem with taking the yellows, was this one so difficult to get into.
Yeah, sometimes it's not how many problems, it's how tough is your problem.
Fancy him to pot the ball and get the ball out. It's just whether he can land on it.
Needs a bounce. It's not going to get there.
That was the problem. In the top side of it, he was pushing it to the bottom rail, and yeah, he'll feel a little bit hard done by, but he knew that was a difficult shot.
Not going to be.
No.
So for the first time in the match,
chance to Luke to try and get a little bit of daylight.
Yes, I guess in this sort of situation where it feels like we might have a bit of a big breaking match and a lot of breaking clearances, do you like to be the one going first and to sort of, because
definitely
Luke's played a sort of two-way shot there. He's disappointed he's missed it, of course, but because Luke, if he keeps getting his, then he's putting the pressure onto Tom.
You definitely want to be in front.
Yeah.
I think you definitely, if you break first and put your frame on the board, then they have to. You can force an error out of somebody. I'm not too sure that angle's actually there, because the table slides so much.
And the gap is tiny.
Yeah, you're gonna have to play it with a lot of side. That's a great shot.
That's unbelievable.
Very good shot.
What a shot from Tom Cousins. That's very special. Well, simple 8-ball, but it's all about the escape from the snooker here. You don't kind of see Tom come up with too many of these, because he's normally about the big breaks and the clearances, but this is very special.
It rolled when it went to hit the yellow. It made one, made two.
Oh, wow.
And
that could be.
I fear the worst.
Yeah, that is the right break at the right time here for Tom Cousins.
Straight up the middle. Perfect strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, wide open table. Just got to mind his work, track the top cushion, and he's done. Forget about the match clock, forget about the shot clock, just make sure you don't time foul. Oh, hang on a minute. Just.
He was okay.
He went for a wonder at the wrong time. It is tough out there.
He just doesn't want to be flat on the bottom rail here. Any sort of bounce off the bottom cushion. Yeah, that's good. Ideally here he wants to top towards the middle pocket, really. He wants to be straight, as straight as he can on the ball in middle. Oh, he's overhit it.
Yeah, gets past the straight.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, cue ball's going to be doing some work whichever way round he goes here.
To be fair, he can play the one in the middle and just like a slight tracer right hand side back towards the blue spot again. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, just shaves past the yellow. He would have been on the red if he flicks the yellow, but he wouldn't have been on it as good as he is now.
No, he can't be missed now, can it? But
yeah, this 8-ball then for it. Really enjoyable match, this one. Just a little bit of drama in the middle of it. That's some high quality finishing as well. But it is job done for the number one. He knocks out the last champion here in Blackpool, Luke Gilbert. Another good run through to the quarterfinals, but it's the number one that moves on to the semi-finals. And Jack, it looks like he's certainly the man to beat once again.
That last game was another fantastic one. It's got down to just 7 players now, and these 2 players, Hit and Patel, Cole Bedford, both with a great chance to get themselves into a semi-final. I'm joined on commentary by Josh Kane. Hey Josh.
Evening Nick, evening to all the viewers at home. Yeah, what a match that was, the last match between Luke and Tom. I got into the arena at about 3-2 and it was just a ridiculous standard from there really, both breaking the balls massive and taking out some very tricky finishes, and Luke can count himself a little bit unlucky, a dry break at 5 each, and Tom took out a very tricky clearance and then a monster break by Tom at 6-5, and he took out a good finish again.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. As I say, we've seen some probably more drama this over this couple of days than I've seen in a lot of the weekends that I've been up here. It's been a fantastic event so far. I mean, it's hard to see past Tom Cousins in the form he's on at the moment if he keeps that going, and especially, you know, with obviously his record on Ultimate Pool so far. But you know, there's another 6 players in the event who are going to have a say in it, and these 2, they find themselves in a quarter-final. And let's be honest, I mean, it's one of those games, both of these players will fancy it against each other, won't they?
Yeah, 100%. You know, obviously they're both played very well to get here, but no disrespect to them both, on paper you probably wouldn't have picked these 2 to be playing each other in a quarter-final, but the way the game is at the minute, the standard's so high and everyone's capable in the pro ranks. It's the best place to be, but it's also the toughest place to be at times, and it's such a high standard. So nothing can really come as a big surprise these days.
So Hitton couldn't attack from there, but he's dangled a carrot for Cole. And Cole is uber aggressive. He's definitely going to take the bait here.
It's a poor first shot, but
it is. It is.
I think the skill shot is actually on down this bottom left corner if he gets good on it. Obviously he has 2 yellows in that area, so the other one's going to be tricky to get on. I think he still has to go all out here for the plant and maybe screw back down table.
Is he going to try and come across into the, maybe try and flick the yellow into the reds and try and play the combination?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't like this for result wise. It's all 8 balls in.
Ooh, it's just going to stop. It's just going to stop.
Yeah, I didn't like that for a choice shot. I think he had too much angle to get a good result there, because it's one of them shots you want to hit with pace, but obviously the harder you hit it, the more the white's going to throw wide.
Yeah, he's going to play a loss of turn here. Just flick off the yellow. Oh, he needs one of those to go in. Actually, wouldn't have been a bad option if the bottom red had gone in. Hitton wouldn't have had much to attack. But he's fairly handed this frame across now with that red not dropping. Just need to play that with a fraction more pace.
Yeah, I think a thinner contact on the yellow was needed. Oh, that's a foul.
Ooh.
He's double hit the cue ball.
Wow.
They're never easy, because you've got to just sort of stab at it and make sure you get the cue out of the way quick, but also.
Yeah, and it was awkward as well, wasn't it? Because he was having to sort of play over the top of those balls, and he was close to his work.
Yeah, maybe he would have been better coming around this left side of the table on a shot like that, because you can sort of pull the cue. I know he's right-handed, but I'm sure he would have been. I'm sure most pool players could probably play that shot opposite-handed, maybe, and it's it. Not sure what's gone on here. Someone's just said. Yeah, the referee's made the call, so.
Well,
I'm not sure what someone in the background has said. No. Correct call from the referee, so I'm not sure what. Well, correct call from Hit and the referee, so. I'm not sure what happened there. has to get this shot right.
Oh,
And that's what
gone too far. He's gone too far. Neither of these players settling in this first frame. Does he just kind of tickle in behind it now? He has to, doesn't he? Surely. Just touch right in behind cushion side.
I'm not sure, Nick. I think he might still have to go there because... Yeah, good shot.
Oh, very good. He's going to have to pull out another one, though. These are tricky because he can't... Can he drop it dead weight and hold the cue ball? I'm not sure he can. He's going to have to play it at pace, isn't he?
Yeah, I think double speed here sort of helps the pocket swallow the ball as well while he's played it with a lot of side, which was a bit surprising.
Neither player want this opener.
Yeah, nervy start from both these players.
And understandably so as well. I mean, this is big for both. They know it's kind of an opportunity for a breakthrough moment here to get themselves into a semi-final. I mean, they're going to have Tom Cousins in the semi, but you know, it's just such a great chance for them here.
Oh yeah, huge opportunity for both players, and that's probably, as you said, Nick, why we're seeing a few nervy moments so early on. Neither player settled in as of yet.
You're going to see all the emotion played out on Cole as well. He's definitely wears his heart on his sleeve.
He's definitely one of my favourite players to watch just for the entertainment value. As long as I'm not in the chair while he's at the table and I'm playing.
Animated, isn't it? Animated.
If you're his opponent, it's not as nice to watch. But when you're a spectator watching him play against someone else, it's quite entertaining. Yeah.
This one should be fine. It's just one of those. You just need to pick your line, hit it at the right pace. Just commit to the shot.
Yeah, don't overhit it, just put a nice stroke on it.
Yeah. But with some nerves, it just adds to the difficulty slightly.
Oh, he's very confidently played.
Very well. Well, a couple of mistakes from both players.
Yeah, he won't be panicking yet, and like you say, Nick, he's a very capable player, and he's very destructive when he gets on a roll. He can win frames in no time. So let's see if he realised what he'd done on that first break. It was still a quick delivery of the cue. I don't know if that's what he does all the time on the break, but it's not a thing I've noticed before with Cole, but he's got a very good result. Look at these reds.
Yeah, first, you're right, it's straight back and just pulls the trigger. He likes what he sees though. Has to like this layout.
Yeah, this is a nice layout you want to win your first frame and settle yourself into this big match for both players.
He's just looking at the red that he's closest to. In the ideal world, you'd want to take it now, but well, he's going to choose yellows.
Yeah, that surprises me.
And me. And me.
Really surprises me because there's a lot of good cue ball control needed around this bottom area, whereas the reds are sort of, you play for areas, you've got choices.
Yeah, I agree. The only thing I can think is the yellow he's just taken was guarding the red that was above it, and if you couldn't get to the potting angle, it was a ball that you had to develop, whereas the yellows don't need any development. So that's the only thing that I can think that would be playing in his mind.
Yeah, possibly if he got to the top rail, he might have been able to pot the red fin, or maybe near this side rail, he might have been able to pot the red fin. But yeah, obviously all players see everything different.
Yeah.
But yeah, my choice probably would have been the reds. But if Cole takes these out, who's to say it's the wrong choice?
He needs one good shot to get hold of that cue ball, and he just hasn't got it under control yet. He keeps getting unwanted flicks. So there's another one there. It's just getting harder and harder.
Yeah, I do think he did actually take the wrong colour set here. Even if he gets out, he did definitely take the wrong colour set.
Yeah, this is a problem now. He's got a big angle on this cut to middle. The cue ball's going to be tracking. He's not guaranteed to be on the next ball.
No.
He's missed it. Just cannot settle. And the reds are just gaping for him.
Yeah, this should be 3-zip. Yeah, wrong choice, I think, by Cole's cost him there. There was no real, the only the only shot he needed a good cue ball for was for the red near up the top before he moved that yellow, and the reds just joined up so well. I was very surprised to see him take yellows.
Hitton's cue ball has been on point so far. He just needs more of the same.
Yeah, there's pretty much next to no work to do here. It's just basically rolls or stop shots, and I'll be very surprised if Cole gets back to the table and with Hitton to break next. It could very, very quickly get away from Cole this match.
Yeah. It just shows you, doesn't it? I mean, a couple of small errors and it's done.
It's so tough because at the level you tell yourself you can't afford to make one mistake, and I think Cole's made definitely a couple already, maybe even three. I'm not sure.
3 for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, this is nothing to do. It's 3 stun shots and he's home. Not quite a stun shot, but same effect.
Yeah. Preferring just to let his Q arm go. Definitely likes to punch the ball, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a very punchy player. You'll see him on like mid to long range shots. Say for example, if he's got a mid to long range 8 ball, where it doesn't matter what he does with the white next, you'll see him play it with a lot of speed. And I've noticed that with Hitton. He likes to get the cue through the ball. Hitton's been breaking the balls really well, but because of a couple of errors, will we see that change now? Oh, he's absolutely crunched them again, and there we see the couple of errors, and the balls just punish you. That's arguably his best break of the match.
Yeah, nailed them. Cue ball straight back up the middle. You can always tell when someone timed it really well, because when the cue ball pings off the front and comes quickly up the table, it's just not timed very well. That one, you could see it hit the front and then it kind of slows down because all that energy's gone into the pack.
Yeah, that's the hit you want on the break, definitely.
Just looking at across at event 4.
Oh wow, Cole. Cole. It wasn't easy, but it was a shot I expected him to get.
I can tell you that the prelims done. Phil Parkin beat Chris Hampson. Josh Johans beat Luke Sanchez 7-5. Lewis Roberts beat Clayton Castaldi. Obviously, he's in that match. Callum Singleton beat Sean Sharkey 7-6. Ian Alley beat Jez Graham 7-5. Morgan McInnes beat Ryan Fleming 7-4. Ryan Lambeth beat Paul Clark 7-4. Peter Mullaney beat Oli Bell. Vivek Max through against Amy Beauchamp. Tom Cousins is currently 6-0 up against Morgan McInnes. And he's just like a wrecking ball. Rob Warren 6-2 up against Phil Parkin. So these are some of the last 64 games. Christophe Lambert's through. Scott Gillespie's through against Dave Fernandez. Dave McNamara's through. Phil Harrison, Shane Thompson came through against a tough match against Christy Coldfield, who's playing really well at the moment. And Neil Rayburn beat Ryan Lambert 7-4. So there's a few games in action which we'll come back to. I'll give you the update on the scores. Those are obviously all the games from event 4. If you're ever interested in keeping an eye on the live scores, you can pick them up through the Ultimate Pool app. There's a live scoring section there. You can pick your event. If you've got a favourite player in the Challenger, in the ladies event, every player is listed on there. So this now just all about the transition down table.
Yeah, this is a great chance for Hitton now. He's in pretty much ideal position. Oh, he's got away with it.
Didn't he?
Shouldn't have been nowhere near that red really, but he's okay. That's not good.
That's too straight.
If anything, he should have played it off the cushion and tried to sort of bump the red, and he left himself the perfect angle.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He can play that with pace, use the red
and he
as a buffer.
The perfect angle. poor shot. It's as if he just rushed that as well.
Took it for granted.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. He's going to have to power this
playing
round.
this cushion first?
No. Yeah, he is. Wow, that made it super missable. But I guess he's kind of played it as a bit of a shot to nothing. I think he's kind of assessed the table and thought, well, I'm not leaving anything for Cole, but Cole can get him in trouble here.
Yeah, Cole's certainly favourite from here. All he needs to do is play it.
Surely you just
good
glance off the
safety,
red on the
yeah.
right hand side and just get the cue ball up table. Is that not?
Yeah, anywhere near that right hand corner
Yeah.
pocket and you're good.
No,
It's short.
no.
Oh, you think he's left the cut, but it's mighty thin. Oh, I don't know. I don't think that cuts. No.
I mean, but why is he there? Why is he not up on the top cushion?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure what he was trying to do.
I thought he would have played it with screw as if to sort of go up the line.
I wonder if he's
behind that red.
overthinking things, whether he thought if he lets his cue arm go, the red might come back across and push the yellow over the pocket. That's all I can think. Just a touch of overthinking going on, but now he's got cue ball in hand and he will not have a better chance in this frame.
No, this is perfect. It looks tricky on this right hand side, on the left hand side of the table as we look, but
yeah, one bad ball to develop and he can leave the perfect angle here to get it out.
I'm surprised he's developed it. The way these tables play, I'm surprised he's developed that, because he's got the perfect ball over the middle just to drop down onto that.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, but when you've got ball in hand and you can just put it anywhere, I guess, you know, it was there, so it's just, yeah, you can make a case for either. I mean, I'm with you. I'm never an advocate for developing balls if you don't need to, but you know, for me, on that shot, there was nothing that could go wrong because he was always going to be on a ball at the top of the table. He was just worried here because this plant, the top red,
yeah, I think
just
it's offset, so I think he has to play it with a little bit of pace to make sure the red comes away.
Exactly. Yeah, he was worried about that red getting frozen on the cushion, so he's just going to have to give this a little bit. Yeah, that's well done. What a turnaround in this match.
Yeah, from nowhere. This is crazy, really. Cole, you'd have to say, is probably favourite for this match now.
Yeah, now he's played through that mire, that absolute maelstrom that was going on in his head, and come out the other side of it. You think, wow, there's another shot. He's entirely. I mean, he's okay, but it's just making hard work of this.
I thought he'd have just played it with topspin off the two, just to leave himself a shot. He guaranteed a better shot than.
Just lose that previous shot. Just left himself the wrong angle.
From nowhere, he's put himself in a little bit of. Not, you can't say bother, but he's put himself under it. This is tough.
Way tougher than it should be.
Because he has to dig down to avoid an off in both pockets, I think. Good shot.
Rewards himself with a slap in the face.
A few laughs in the crowd as well. He's just such entertainment, isn't it?
Yeah, just needs to keep doing what he's been doing with this break. He has been absolutely nailing it.
Yeah, like you said, Nick, all he needs is 4 open pots and it's match over.
Yeah. All about this shot. Biggest shot, hitting Patel.
Not the cleanest hit, and he's dry.
Wow.
He's dry, and it's a chance. Oh, it's a sticky chance. Yeah.
Oh,
but he needs to get a move on.
Will we see more drama?
Can he play the plant? Oh, I think he might just be able to, but he has to play it soft so the red stays there. Yeah, you had to play that soft so the red stays there. He's got a double, treble, and yeah, hitting just takes his extension.
Takes his extension.
Pots that ball, gives himself another. Yeah, you just make sure of that pot at the top, and then you just play a safety off the one on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can burn another 30 seconds there, so yeah, it's pretty much match done.
Just make sure you don't miss cue or do anything silly.
Why is he hitting on 12 seconds?
Yeah.
Why is he hitting on 12 seconds?
That's amazing.
Unbelievable.
He's left it all kinds of seconds there on the table.
This is unbelievable. Why is he hit on 12 seconds?
No.
Oh, he's had a result. He's had a massive result there.
Oh, Cole doesn't know what to do.
He didn't deserve for that to happen, really, because...
No. Was never going to happen.
I can't believe Hitton spotted the ball on 12 seconds. He's took his extension, then hit the ball on 12 seconds. Unbelievable.
I thought he was getting up to get the referees in the way. Well, we are in the way, and he does hit a very good break.
Yeah, I have noticed he's took a little off his break though, and obviously, you know, Simon, these tables play very quick, and like the tables, the pockets are slightly generous because like the lights and always like new cloth, etc. But yeah, I think he's maybe just got the mindset of, I'm just going to make sure I control the white maybe, because the last thing you want to be doing is like always like getting off with the white and stuff.
Yeah, control that cue ball. And he gets first opportunity hit in the quarterfinals. So spot in the semi-finals tomorrow night on the line.
Yeah, I mean the yellows look. I think that yellow up the top goes in by the red, but then he's got the problem ball with the yellow just below that, because I think the yellow next to the 8 ball goes.
It's a head scratcher of a finish for the opening frame, isn't it? One that kind of you feel like maybe there's an opportunity here, but there's work everywhere.
Definitely. I mean, I don't think the 8 ball goes below the yellow onto the right hand pocket as we look at it. But I mean, all these reds have a pocket. That's the thing about reds. It's just navigating round about it. The red closest to the he's just going to play just now to get the double. You might get into the 8 ball here, no? It's the double as well. But yeah, as you say, it was a tricky wee opener. Neither set were really quite easy. But Ryan will just be delighted to get a shot at the table when it's not your break.
Yeah, and as we talked about last time we saw Ryan, he's since then getting through to this stage. He's been away and he's had to play in event 4. That didn't go his way.
Yeah, it was a nasty draw though, like
against Morgan McInnes in the first round. Tough one.
Because there's only I think 4 of us Scots that obviously are on the pro side of it. The last thing you want to be doing is playing always the guys for your own country and stuff. But listen, it is what it is. That would have been nice if he'd flicked the red in, but I think that was more of a hope than anything else, because I just try to hope something come out there. I don't know if I can slide off the yellow maybe and play the lossy turn, Simon, and still hide the white. I think he might be able to just do that.
Has he hidden the white? Oh no.
Yeah, that's actually not. And I think Jez can actually dig down, because he can just cue by the knuckle. I think he can just screw over onto the side cushion and still be on his other red into the opposite one to the bottom right if you look at it now.
Yeah, so attention now starts to turn back to the 8 ball as it did when he was first at the table.
Yeah,
it's awkward.
This angle definitely doesn't look as if it goes, but I know you can get overlooked sometimes with the angles, but no, I definitely don't think
it can't go. There's no way.
And the red to the left isn't good to try and attack. See, unless you are kind of close to the middle bag, the left middle bag, you could just float over into the 8 ball and the yellow. But yeah, that's no.
Is he playing this off the yellow? That's a tough shot from here. It'd have to be quite thin.
I suppose it's just a straight shot though.
That's what he was playing, and he would have been perfect. It's not fallen for him.
That's unlucky. I don't know. I mean, all Ryan's yellows go now, but it's just the one below the 8 ball. You would need to get a good angle and come down to take it into the left side. But
do you think if the red in the middle of the top half of the table doesn't go top left, you could play the loss of turn now? Just use the one to the right of the cue ball and stun down and cue ball in those jaws.
I think it's just a case of the way people play nowadays, Simon. It's just they want to attack it kind of at every cost. I mean, I've seen Cole Bedford against Hitton there, and he refused a finish and Hitton at 5-4 down, and he left Hitton. It was a one cushion escape, but Hitton came out and potted the 8 ball. And as lads were saying on commentary, he's probably wished he just went for the finish now. And I think it's a fine line sometimes, but I would still always rather go out kind of having the finish than always like thinking, what if I'd done that, what if I'd done this. But hindsight's a great thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You make you sort of live and die on those decisions, and you kind of got to stand by them.
It's like people getting asked about the 6 reds. Like, in an ideal world, you'd love to see what your opponent's going to do first before you would actually know where to put on first or second.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's a great decision when they go and set 35 seconds,
exactly.
but not when they set 21.
No, I mean, if they set like 20, 21, you're thinking, wow, I wish I'd went first now. But yeah, it's just, you just live and die by your choices.
But he does have the option for the loss of turn here and can get the snooker off it.
He just made sure to get in the pocket there. But I think he's left Jez a double here. Well, maybe not. I mean, it's a thin cut into the middle, but he's losing the white a bit. I suppose it's the only shot he's got on though. Oh, nowhere.
Yeah, got that wrong. He's a big shot maker, is Jez, but couldn't work that one out. Didn't have too much to go at.
He did say to me earlier when after the match, he'd said like, I'd missed a black to go 2-0 up against him. And he said to me, he says it was such a big point. He says because I was so nervous coming into the match. So I think that is one thing he does suffer for, his nerves.
Yeah, early. I mean, I think we saw that in the previous match as well. I mean, our first quarterfinal, with Tom Cousins and Luke Gilbert. Tom obviously the #1 player, and Luke's just one. He's riding high and full of confidence. It was just 2 players going at it. Two players in full form. But the prize on offer in the other 3 quarterfinals is so big that won't surprise me if we see 2 more quarterfinals like the one we've just seen.
Definitely. I mean, I think with maybe the exception of Chippy, because Chippy's like won a Worlds, but he's still not won like an individual title ultimate pool yet. Even though he's had good runs in the doubles and stuff, but I think Chippy just flows regardless. But like Ryan and Jez, they know this is a great chance to get to a semi-final, maybe even further. So it could be a bit nervy, and I think maybe Ryan's looking the more settled out of the 2 of them. He looks more composed. Yeah,
the way he's gone about this since the initial miss from Jez, his solid match play didn't quite work it out in one visit, but plays the good loss of turn, the good snooker, nearly a snooker, and gets his rewards by another opportunity and clinically puts it away. So it is Ryan Fleming that takes the opening frame.
Yeah, another solid break from Jez. I mean, Jez has definitely took some stuff off his break here, because he normally breaks bigger than this, but when the balls are splitting up when you're getting a ball, like, you don't really need to be absolutely smashed them 100 mile an hour. I mean, the control of the white ball there was perfect.
Yeah, right up down the middle table.
Yeah, and the bonus, the yellows have come out. I mean, reds are okay as well, bar the one on the right, but the yellows are lovely. Maybe just his first shot, he maybe has to come into the other yellow, but I think it's within his means to control it. Don't know if he can dig enough into it just to kind of catch a half ball so the white's going up the table, Simon. Because coming in at the underside I don't think is really any good, because the yellow below the 8 ball doesn't go into the right hand side. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, just sort of played it nice and slow, allowed it to really grip and just get high enough.
Yeah, as long as he had the right side of it and the white was going up the table, he was always going to win something.
Yeah, he's certainly looking sharp out there right now.
Yeah, so I think he's still connect perfect. I think he just... Because the yellow below the 8 ball, he's obviously going to probably leave that to last. And obviously the yellow on the right hand side next to the reds, that'll be his second last ball, and he'll just track through. So he can be on his last yellow just below the 8 ball. That's why I'm surprised he didn't take this one first and then take the 2 up the top. Because for me, he needs to get back on the one just below just above the blue spot.
Yeah, and dead straight would be
perfect. Yeah. Is he going over the one next to the 8 ball just now? Yeah, that's fine, but it's a shot I didn't think he needed to play, but I think it's just because of where he landed, he's had to.
Yeah, it's come out nice, but getting from this one now to the one in the middle of the table is the tough shot.
Because the harder you play this, the more it could kind of skid and banana.
Yeah, I don't think this is a good angle at all.
Can he maybe screw back into this? I mean, I don't know if he can maybe even screw back in between the red and yellow.
Well, he was looking to see if he hits the red full in the face.
Yeah.
What's he going to leave? Yeah, exactly what he's done. Just plays it at a pace where the red gets out the way.
Yeah.
It's a good shot because he's got a free shot. Not a free shot, but as in the room to play the shots there.
Yeah, and he only has to stun off on and off the cushion. Just take the line where the yellow is just now, anywhere round about there. If he's straight on his last yellow, it'll be good for the black.
Oh, no. Whoa. No, he was looking so good and just threw one in there.
Yeah, he didn't have to really do a lot with the white because he just had to just punch it on and off. I think that, as you say, was a bit of a quick one there. Yeah, they didn't even pause it, it was just straight back and forth. But yeah, listen, Ryan will be delighted with that because, as I say, Jez was looking good there. I think if Ryan wasn't hampered there, he'd be screwing into his bad ball, but I mean, the red just below the middle bag on the right hand side obviously doesn't go anywhere. But the one just below it, if you got on that just kind of off angle, you could play a wee delicate screw shot into it and develop it good. Because I don't even think that one just below the middle doubles, Simon, didn't I? It could be a double kiss.
Yeah, it's really awkward.
Yeah. Because even if the red below it wasn't on it, it's still awkward. There's still an awkward pot down in the bottom right. So I think he was trying to come down table there and get an angle. Because he had the angle first time on the one he's closest to, but I think he was just a little hampered. Yeah, and it's for me it's a big visit.
Huge, I feel. 3-2-4-1's always a big frame anyway, but the fact that Jez has had an opportunity here.
Yeah, I mean, I think he can pot this and come around 3 angles. Or is he just screwing straight up and down? I didn't know the angle for that. That needs to slow down a little. That's why you just need to get into them as early as possible, didn't you, Simon?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's tried to get the angles, but the more it just becomes so much harder, the more you're chasing it.
Looks like he fancies taking it on. It's quite thin.
Shot. He's got a good angle here. But the only thing is, like, I mean, you're not guaranteed to be on something. I think worst case scenario, if he wasn't on the one he's canning into, he would be on the one below the 8 ball. It would leave a thin cut. But yeah, it's kind of in the hands of the god here.
Played it with quite a lot of pace.
Yeah, I think it was one of the ones you had to just caress it in.
Yeah. That's what I was expecting, because if you get the full ball cannon, you're guaranteed to be on the one at the bottom.
Yeah.
I know it's thin, but you'd expect to make it.
And at least you guarantee yourself. I mean, you still get like a shot here, but it's certainly he would be promoting that other one. Say it was kind of just over the middle and he couldn't pot it, but at least he would have a pot below the one below the 8 ball.
Gave him the best option as well, because even if he didn't knock it on to the middle, he might have knocked it on to the corner. And,
yeah, exactly.
You know, he had more options with less pace.
He's trying to play a 9 ball shot, brilliant kick and stick, as I think they call that. In
Kick and stick. Yeah, he's played it pretty well.
Yeah, but listen, Jez will be delighted he's back at the table. I mean, I don't know if Jez might even be interested in playing the double because it's for me like a free shot, he's maybe thinking, or does he just try and come below the 8 ball again? It's one of the ones where you accept if you miss it. He's going for the double 100%. See, I like that shot because it's a free shot.
Yeah, brilliant.
Because if he tries to play safe there and then Ryan ends up getting the finish, you're thinking, I wish I just went for it.
And you're not leaving particularly good chance on the Reds anyway, even if you did miss it. So
Ryan still has to cue a ball up the rail there. He's played that well as well.
So that's 8 ball then for a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, big frame. Big frame. Ryan's break next, but I mean he's been hitting the breaks well, but just not been getting the balls down.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the halfway point in this match, and Ryan Fleming probably like to start it again.
Oh no. and you know Poole just seems to always punish you a bit. I mean, he has had a few dry breaks, but he has over the last few frames had the chances, Simon, to get back into the match.
Yeah, I mean, from where he was, realistically, this could be a 1-frame game right now, not a 3-frame game. I think he'd want to be red, so he doesn't have a red on. Maybe clip the one he's back next to, but I don't think that's on actually. So it's yellows. Yellows are tough, but this might be more of a match play situation and just get your colour set and start making a mess.
The only thing is, Simon, I do think that yellow closest to the top left will go in by the red.
Okay, I was assuming that didn't go.
Yeah, so I mean, but if he was leaving it for like a planty, that then makes it tougher because... Oh, that was tight. I think it was just okay, but normally they go and check that, didn't they, when they hear the actual buzzer? Yeah,
I think he's accepted it's just okay.
Yeah.
Gut feel was just okay.
Yeah.
It was tight.
As I was saying, like, see if you play the plant, I think the first yellow you'd be hitting goes to the left, which would be no good. Yeah, I think you just set out shop to go game here and just try and kill some time, but there's still a good bit of time left to do that.
The way he played that, I don't think he was trying to make it.
No chance.
Just trying to make a mess, make it awkward, make it. I mean, we're down to 5.5 minutes now.
Yeah, just take some more time off the clock because Ryan's got a nothing. Ryan will just clip off this red probably and try and put the yellow over the hole and just lost a turn. Has he got to smash into him, Jink? Just because he's against the time. Oh, yeah, good shot. Good shot.
Yeah, full reward for the aggression. Now he's got to get out quick.
Yeah. And this is the thing, like, all these just, like, you don't really need to think about these. I mean, always down the bottom left there, I mean, but I think it's an easy plant. Like, I don't think, I mean, I think you'd even go on the bottom cushion and put that one along the, like, that's closest to the bag, but I think it's a very gettable plant. Mental.
Yeah, strange shot.
Yeah, that's
trying to move him from there. Obviously, trying to move the one red and be on the other, but
he's probably still going to get out here. But I just think that was a risk he didn't need to take. But it's worked in his favour. I mean, for me, this finish was harder than the one like you just missed there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
By I think quite a bit as well.
Yeah. You need to dig down, I think, in the 8-ball here, because I think that's an actual one off. Good shot. Oh, no, that's an off.
Where's the cue ball?
No.
Wow. Ooh. It stays on the table. Keeps himself alive. Just alive. 6 frames to 4. He trails. Still 2 behind.
He's one of the best potters on tour. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I think that's what makes him so dangerous. But we'll soon see.
Well, it's going to be Chippy to break us off in this opening frame against Arfan Dad. Race to 7. Match clock at 50 minutes. And look at that for a starting break.
Wow.
Well, he didn't take any prisoners with that one, did he?
Yeah, he's really timed it well. Put the cue through. You see actually from the replay there, it didn't look like he absolutely attacked it. That's all down to pure technique and timing.
Well, I was on his game when he played Tom Jones, and he had a couple of breaks where the cue ball left the table, and he actually went and had a little look at where you were at the front ball to see if there's like a very small indentation there because the cue ball was lifting.
If that yellow on the top rail goes, it looks like it does.
Well, Sean Chipperfield, very much a momentum player, and he's wasting a little time getting into these yellows. He's got to make sure he leaves himself a little angle so he can run the cue ball down for this last yellow that's down at the bottom of the table, and I think he has done. Well, this is a very assured start from Sean Chipperfield. Fast, furious, relentless.
Yeah, and if this match is going to follow this tempo, we're in for a treat, Tony. 90 seconds played. Sean Chipperfield leads Arfan Dad by 1 frame to 0. Definitely not.
Well, an absolute beast of a break there from Chipperfield with nothing going in. Nearly all the balls are at the top of the table. Have a look at this, Pierce. Great explosion of balls.
Wow.
A couple of lonely balls at the bottom of the table, but Arfan Dad now gets first bite at the cherry in frame 3. We just developed those 2 reds there. Nice little shot. He's got an angle here. He's got that. It's an awkward red there that's tucked away on the left-hand rail, but he has an angle as he bridges over. He's going to try and kick this out in this shot. Now then, has he landed? I don't think that red goes past yellow. That's the 2 that are very close together. I think he's either going to have to cut this red, a thin red, back into the right-hand centre. I don't think there's a lot else there.
Yeah, I think that's his only option. Good pot. Oh, he's
good news, bad news.
Yeah, he's got the pot, but unfortunately
develop that red and then block the other one.
Yeah, he's flicked the yellow.
How about roll this red into the middle, stop the cue ball dead, played a double into left-hand rail off the yellow and red that are stuck together.
I see the angle to screw into it. Yeah, I thought he did.
Oof. What a shot.
Great shot from the daddy.
Again with side. Lots of it.
And if he gets these, Tony, this is a really good visit to the table.
Brilliant finish. Well, just slightly heavy. But now you can play this and maybe try and hit the black ball, half ball. You can deep screw it and just try and come up the table towards that yellow that's near the middle.
Yeah, he's played just that.
This won't be hit with any pace as he plays this down the cushion, and this is for a 2-1 lead. And he took out 2 really good finishes, did Jez Graham. I like the way he said his interview with Simon that he came into the tournament absolutely no form. Well, he's got a bit now.
Yeah, I've heard some of the players say that Jez has changed his tip multiple times already since being here, just not happy with it, and it's not showing on the table, that's for sure. The other side of the draw in the semi-final sees the #1 player, the best player on the planet at the minute, Tom Cousins. He takes on Hitman Patel. Another return to form for the Hitman.
Yeah, he's done incredibly well this weekend. Cousins won't have it all his own way with hitting.
What does Arfan do here? Does he elect to play the loss of turn? Yeah, it looks like it.
He's done exactly that. Well, Sean Chipperfield's not had much to go out in the last couple of frames, and when you said about do players stop players, it's just unfortunate that he's had nothing. To have a pot, well, I mean, a great pot down the rail, but Chippy wants to get in and run around the table and pop balls, and he's sort of just been, it's like somebody's got on a bungee rope pulling him back.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was kind of alluding to. You know, you want to break the momentum of a player like Sean Chipperfield. He's too straight on this one to play any sort of development shot, so he's going to have to pull back again unless he can pull something out of the fire.
But you end up going for finishes that you didn't want to go for in the initial start of the visit, and now because he's put part of a couple of reds, you're kind of all in, aren't you? Like a game of poker, you've thrown all your chips in. You think, well, I've got to see it through now and go for them.
There's that double that it's hard to see how.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, this would take. It would have to be a smash with top and left hand side. Pot the red in that corner where the cue ball comes off the rail back over to the left hand side behind the yellows and then kicks out, and we're talking, well, if he was to make that shot, it's up there with Morris's mass 8.
Oh, you saw the action he got. He's fluked it.
Wow.
Massive action with the cue ball. He missed the pot, but he did fluke it down. Now, Sean, what have you got for us?
He's I mean, that's an incredible hit, isn't it?
Look at the reaction of that.
We're looking at two cushions here trying to get it in the corner. Well, he's tried all sorts. Well, for some of you watching at home, it is pool and not pinball. There's some incredible balls flying around the table. I'm struggling to keep up with the balls with my eyes.
Yeah, you saw the reaction of the cue ball there. It's like it took a handbrake turn in the middle of the table.
Well, Arfan now. Just got to be careful because he's going to take this one along the bottom rail. Ball over the bag. But he's got that yellow ball that's near that middle pocket. He needs to have a little angle so he can pop that in and bring the cue ball back for the other one. It's near the middle, and then the finish is there. But I suppose he could get straight behind it and then play it into the corner. And that would leave him an angle to get down onto the black. But you've just got to be careful. Well, where he's landed now, he's just going to drop this in. He wants the cue ball just above where this yellow is now. This is where you do not want to drop below the last yellow. So it's screwing to sort of just by the jaw there.
Yeah, there's nothing for long. That looks okay.
Yep.
May have to come the other side of the 8-ball. Difficult to see from the angle, but no, he's absolutely perfect. He's fine.
Not a gimme.
Oh, no.
Well, Arfan. And that was because he left the cue ball just a little bit too high. And a gift for Sean Chipperfield.
Yeah, he landed a little bit too straight. And that's actually why I thought unless he didn't have the angle, it might have been the shot to roll through and take the 8-ball to the opposite corner pocket.
And the accolade, or accolades that come with it. Plus the ranking points.
Absolutely.
Well, he's got the black ball. We're not playing golden breaks, so that will come back up with the referee. The daddy did pot. Apart from the black, obviously. Or did he? Oh no, the yellow went in. I just for a split second I thought, hang on a minute, he's only pot of the 8.
Yellow's a more approachable ball, but he doesn't have a good starter. I think that's why
kicks this red off the rail.
Yeah.
Oh, the yellow out of the way. Take your pick.
He's opted for reds, but still a problem in the bottom left corner for reds. I think if he could have seen a yellow a lot friendlier, he definitely would have taken it.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, he doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's come the wrong side of that. The red, he can't get onto the one on the rail, and he wanted to probably play that the yellow that he can't see now, that he wanted to go in the bottom corner and try and keep these two apart, and he can't do it. So this attempt at a finish could come to an abrupt end very shortly. And just look at the yellows. So we're going to see the containing shot here to try and close off Sean Chipperfield. You can see the yellow at the top left. Obviously Arf and Dad's blocked the yellow at the bottom of the table.
We saw in the second frame something quite similar to this, where Arfan played a containing safety. Sean went for them, didn't get them, and then Arfan was left with a free table to go on.
Well, we know Sean's not shy at coming forward and attacking. Tremendous potter.
Has to be one of the best potters on tour. Up there anyway.
Jordan Shepherd, the Welsh wizard himself. Christophe Lambert parked behind him.
Yeah, 2 former Pro Series champions themselves.
Both last season.
Yep.
Yeah, Sheppy's down in my neck of the woods later in the month doing an exhibition. I'm going down to do a bit of work with him on the old MC. That'll be good fun down at St Ruben's Club and in Redruth. That'll be a cracking night with the wizard.
Sean with a problem to solve down at the bottom of the table, and he's gone for it now.
Ooh. My word, did he get some side on that?
Wow. The arc of that cue ball, it didn't even look on.
Yeah, it didn't come out very well for him though, but my word, he got some spin on this.
Look at this, wow. He's played a great shot. He's been a little bit unfortunate. Can you see that? Yeah, we can. Great pot.
Ugh.
Oh.
Oh my word. Have you ever seen the Italian Job, Pierce? With the bus on the edge of the cliff?
Yeah, wow. Now, Chippy, you've got to come up with another one.
Well, some of the pots are now getting to the ridiculous. Oh, what a shot. Well, this is right up there now. We're talking legendary finishes.
Yeah, hold on to your hats, folks. If Sean Chipperfield gets this, and he will. You saw the raise of the hand, but Sean, that's a bit special.
That's a madman's finish.
Yeah, he's absolutely crunched them again. Wow. The Reds all have a pocket. And given, Tony, how Sean Chipperfield's been playing in this match, I would be worried.
Well, yes. This is the chance. And you've got to say that Chipperfield has been good value.
Yeah, he certainly has. I think he's been excellent. I think our fan Dad's been excellent too, and he's staring down the barrel of a 7-2 defeat.
I just wondered then if he's going to try and play that, just nick it off the yellow and open up that pocket then, but it does go, it's available in.
I don't think he actually think that last ball is going to be his last ball for the 8 ball. I think he's going to use it as a connection ball.
I think it's going to be his last ball, yeah. Just looking at his position now where he wants to be. Pretty good. Just drops this into the corner, brings the cue ball out, leave himself a long red into that top right. And he's just going to have the black down to the bottom right hand corner to get over the line.
And Sean Chipperfield is 8 ball away from 3 break dishes on the trot, coinciding with 2 reverse dishes. I mean, our fan Dad's had no shot.
That's incredible. Brilliant, brilliant performance there from Sean Chipperfield. You have to feel for our fan Dad, the dry breaks, and they've been good breaks. But Chipperfield is absolutely on fire. That's the best I've seen him play.